Hi, I'm Jill with Gracious Goodbyes. I'm going to share a couple of thoughts with you today about coronavirus and just about final goodbyes in general. The coronavirus has made us all think more than we typically do about end of life. The coronavirus pandemic has taken hundreds of thousands of lives globally. And yet here's the thing. My brother, just this week, lost a very dear family friend to an undiagnosed heart condition. She was 23 years old. My sister-in-law, so the other side of the family, lost a very dear family friend this week to an unusual form of cancer. He was in his 30s. The coronavirus is a wake-up call to us to prepare for a final goodbye. But at the end of the day, we are all going to have a final goodbye for some reason, as these two young people did. So are you prepared for your final goodbye? Have you talked to your parents about theirs? Are you prepared emotionally for a final goodbye? Have you said, I love you and I forgive you? Or have you asked forgiveness where it needs to be requested? Have you made amends? Are you emotionally ready for a final goodbye? Are you spiritually ready? Whatever your faith is and whatever you believe in the hereafter, or even if there's a hereafter, are you settled spiritually for a final goodbye? And are you ready practically for a final goodbye? Does someone have your power of attorney? If you have parents who are still living, who are elderly, do you or does someone in your family have a power of attorney? Is there an executor? Do you have a living will? We're talking a lot about ventilators in news and in social media. But are we talking about whether or not someone we love even wants a ventilator? Do you? We have a right in this country to choose yes or no to end-of-life wishes. So have you put them down on paper? Have you discussed them? Do you have a living will? An advance medical directive? Do you know what your parents want? Do you have your final will, last will and testament done? Does your family know they're safe and they're protected with your will? Have you made it easy for your belongings to be passed along? Easy for your legal wishes to be settled? These are just 3 areas that are really important to think about, because we have a wake-up call. The coronavirus has reminded us that life is precious and fragile, that we are all going to have a final goodbye. So, have you prepared? Are you going to leave your family with easy-to-follow directions, with a life that was in order at its end? Or are you going to leave them with chaos? You can go to the website, graciousgoodbyes.org, for information, for tips. You can go to the Facebook page. You can email me, jill@graciousgoodbyes.org. Don't let this time in our country, whether you are on team stay at home or team reopen, whatever team you're on, don't let this time in our country be time that goes by without you taking care of some personal business. This is your wake-up call. We will all have a final goodbye. Let's prepare.